Hey guys, Carly here, back again with another showcase video, but this time I am here to celebrate the final MCU movie of Thor, Ragnarok, and today I have Thor and Hulk to celebrate for it. So yeah, these guys took a little bit to make, and obviously you might notice that this video is a few days off. Well, that's just because I just wanted to put some time in between my last video and this video, because, you know, 2 days in between videos, it just seems too close, and plus, for a person like me, who uploads every few weeks, it's better to space out videos, so, like, you know, there's more of a consistent gap in, like, where there are videos and where there aren't videos. So, hopefully that makes sense to you guys, and without further ado, let's just get started. Alright, so here we have Thor from Thor Ragnarok, and this also marks Chris Hemsworth's 5th entry into the MCU as Thor, so I mean, I guess it's a number. I guess that's exciting for some of you, I don't know. And there are a lot of interesting things about this figure, color scheme wise, because there seems to be a very interesting clash of the sort of silverish turquoise I gave the figure, and also red, and some silver, and some gold, so it gives a lot of color contrast, and honestly makes the figure pop in all the ways that I would have wanted it to. So, getting this out of the way, because we might as well, this is his sword from the movie, and if you know from the movie, he has this sword. It's like some sort of alien sword. It has all these interesting sharp points and whatnot, and you know, it's got a copper handle, and also that same turquoise silver sort of colored metal that seems to be prominent throughout Thor's outfit in the movie, and also the weapons that everybody uses. So this is just like a random brick-armed sword, and it's some sort of knight sword or something. I don't know. It looked interesting enough to the point where it could be passed off as an alien sword, so I just used that, and I'm glad I did, because it looks really nice. And now we move on to the figure itself, which is full of a bunch of different 3D elements coming from either, you know, cut Lego, cut fabric, or some sculpted material up here at his hair, and also right here at his little shoulder pad, my bad. And yeah, so with his face, I just used a regular X-Wing pilot face from, I think it was a Force Awakens set about 2 years ago. His beard was just painted on, and, you know, a few age marks right here, so cheekbones and a little mark above the eyes, and, you know, the hair was painted in this in like a mixture of brown and a mustard color, so yeah, that's pretty much it. This shoulder pad was made out of cut and painted fabric, Lego fabric, and these little bolts here on his shoulders and at his belts. That's made from a cut Lego rod or something. No, this was cut from a Lego horn, and these were cut from Lego rods of hands, and that was glued down, and underneath you can see this started off as a regular cape that was cut to size, and it was glued in a certain fashion, just how it is in the movie, and yeah. And also other 3D elements go from his arms. His arms start off as just flesh color, and then obviously on this arm I sculpted on the shoulder pad, and then I wrapped it in all the sorts of, you know, fabric, and also the same on this side, but as you can see, the top right here, that's E-tape, and the straps were obviously fabric too. Fabric going down his chest, and fabric for a belt, and I originally had the belt and also, like this little sash section was supposed to go across here, but it would just conflict with the thread and all the fabric right here, so I ended up cutting that off, and it honestly doesn't take away from anything, because, you know, he still looks really cool with all of his 3D elements. And that's where we get to his legs, so just splitting the figure in half. So this is what he looks like. It's already sort of removed, but we're just gonna slap it back on for a good few seconds. That is his all of his drapes right here. It was like originally a cut Cape Madness waist cape, and I just, you know, cut it and I painted it in this dark silver and added all sorts of outlines, and also that red Asgardian text that seems to be going throughout his costume, so you can see it's right here, and also on his shoulder pad. I forgot to mention that earlier. So yeah, he's got all these strings painted on, and I just ended them off because, you know, you won't see them with the cape. And removing that, we also have another layer of fabric, and that's just some brown fabric that goes over the crotch piece, and also there's like a little stripe of turquoise there. It's like some sort of belt coloration. And under here, you can get a good look of... I'm just gonna push this back. and now you can get a good look at everything under here. So that's a continuation of the Asgardian writing, and also he has like this little knee plate, and also it has this little matte black straps going all the way around, and also he has this sort of brown cloth wrapping that went around his entire shin on the left leg. So yeah, that has to do it for Thor. Pretty convoluted from all the stutters and things that I have to edit out now, which you probably shouldn't know about, but yeah, those are going to get edited out. So yeah, before I ruin this, yeah, let's move on to Hulk. Alright, so here we have him, Big Boy Hulk here. Once again, portrayed by Mark Ruffalo, obviously not in Hulk form, but as Bruce Banner, which is also a possible spin-off fig, I don't know. We're not really going to be talking about Thor Ragnarok spin-off figs, because, you know, that's practically impossible, and I'll get into that later, along with a few other things. So it's basically the same Hulk that you saw from the Avengers Age of Ultron sets, but instead he has some black washes and some olive green washes throughout the entire figure, alongside with the slightly shaved hair, with mixes of white in there because, you know, he's kind of aged looking. And also I just painted on my own pants with their own gray wash and tears. And that's it. That's it for Hulk. I mean, I'm not even joking. But there's still something I want to mention. You still might be wondering to yourself, how come I did seemingly so little on this video compared to everything else that I usually do? Well, I also do little things on other movies too, but the reason that I sometimes go big or go really small is, like, once again, like, it also depends on whether or not, you know, how interested I am in these movies, or whatnot. But in this case, I am interested in this movie, but the thing is, I just don't want to make a big, you know, Gladiator Hulk, because, to be honest, I feel like I always have to compare myself with other people, and I don't want to do that. You should never compare yourself to other people, and what I mean by that is that I always sometimes have the feeling that I have to also go bigger or go home, so I can feel, you know, comparable or like on the same level as some of the other people are doing. Like, you know, how Michael MGF is like doing 5 figures from Thor Ragnarok, and also a very hard to do Gladiator Hulk. And, you know, sometimes I feel like I have to challenge myself against that. And it's really something that I don't think anybody should live by, because you should just make what you want to make. And all I wanted to make sure when I made this video is that I made one Thor and one Hulk, so I can officially say that I have made figures from Thor Ragnarok and at least all of the core Avengers at least once before. So, yeah. So once again, I'll just state it. I don't want to make a Hulk, Gladiator Hulk. You know, I shouldn't have to make it just because I feel like I have to. I should make it whether if I want to, because... like, cause I'm not gonna, you know, waste time with, like, Loki or Valkyrie, like, freaking Valkyrie. Even though those are pretty good characters, it's just, I'm not gonna, you know, make people that I don't know or I don't care of, you know, to interrupt the possible time I could put to making sure all the awesome characters for Justice League is on time, you know? So, that's my reasoning behind why I didn't do Gladiator Hulk or other figures from this movie. So, hopefully you guys can understand, and hopefully these words mean something to you guys, because I feel like there's a lot of customizers out there who feel like they have to do a lot just to prove themselves, but honestly, you just need to remember this is your channel and your work, so do as much as you want, because no one's going to call you lazy for doing how much that you originally wanted to. Alright, so hopefully you guys can understand that, and hopefully, you know, I can get you into that mindset. So I'm glad you guys were able to hear that. So yeah, that's all from me, and that's all about Hulk here. So yeah, we're just gonna wrap up this video. So that's it, guys, from my Thor Ragnarok video. I thoroughly hope you guys enjoyed this one, once again, like I do say with all my videos, because they do take a long time to make. Like, especially Thor, he was an abundance of work to make him look as awesome as I believe I made him look. And obviously not with like Hulk for reasons I explained in the video, but yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoy this, and please look forward to my future projects in the next few weeks, like Justice League and The Last Jedi, which might be understandably late. Hopefully you guys can understand at least. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna call it there. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please follow me on Instagram and Brickley for more images and news and whatnot that I usually post way before you ever see it here on YouTube. And yeah, share this with all your friends and like if you truly enjoyed. So with that, I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.